Next, it is a welterweight championship fight between George St-Pierre and Colby Covington. All right, so here's the former UFC interim welterweight champion Colby Covington, and whether he's banging on the Brazilians or going at fans on Twitter, there's a lot that encompasses this total package of Colby Covington. He's a hell of a fighter, though.
But ultimately, it's about the fighting, and the fighting ability is what has carried Colby to such a great start in his UFC career. A former champion, a guy that's been in there with the very best of the division, and when he's been in there, he's been able to get his hand raised. I always go back to the Rafael dos Anjos fight, and I watch Colby put a pace on him that dos Anjos, who is also known for his cardio, could not keep. It was inspiring to watch, and if you know Colby before fighting, you know that he trains as hard as anybody in the world to try to accomplish his goal.
He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion in a division full of killers. He has remained the hunted at 170 pounds. Now, unquestionably staring at his toughest challenger to date, can he go back home as the champion? If he can, another chapter to one of the greatest welterweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. George St-Pierre is 7 years his senior. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Colby Chaos Covington. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George St-Pierre.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. Ready?
All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway, and when we sat down with him on Thursday, he understood the grappling challenge he was up against. He's not afraid to engage on the ground tonight.
It's a danger that is not worth risking. It is something that you don't want to play with. This grappler is that good. When this fight gets to the ground, you enter his world, especially when it looks like you hold the advantage on the feet.
Well, you just saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that shot. Man, striking class is in session. Beautiful punch there.
Great job landing. What a damaging punch.
Single collar tie now. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Got the single collar tie. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. He blocks the shot.
Barely missed on an uppercut right here on the inside.
A little single collar tie there.
Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch from the clinch.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Oh, nice uppercut there.
And both guys really throwing with authority. And he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Lands with the ground and pound. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stumble.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the position he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. Watch guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the Von Flue choke will be there. Oven St. Preux has got to like that transition there. Brilliant submission defense there. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
GSP ground and pound from half guard. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, he's trying to land effective strikes. What a body kick.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, really using his reach advantage there as he lands the punch, DC. Connects with a right. GSP goes for the takedown, he misses. Takedown defense holds up. Hip tosses him down, now we'll see if he can advance position.
I mean, right into side control.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Oh, he could be a one-eyed fighter here pretty soon. That left eye's starting to shut. 5 minutes in the books.
Take a seat, bud. Breathe, relax. Get some water and listen up. You felt his power. You're fine. Everything is good, okay? He won the strike.
Well, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern-day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this anymore.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you push a guy to the side of the octagon and use it as a barrier to get up.
Right.
Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're gonna turn to your knees, he'll take you next and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You gotta go back to guys like Mark Munoz. We used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oh, good opportunity. The hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Covington. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. Good work from the top here by GSP. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Oh man, that eye looks so swollen now. You've got to wonder whether or not that might be a fractured orbital. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motion on the mat. Down into his mouth.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound would be aplenty from this position.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there. I mean, how many can he take? Useful strike there, the ground and pound on point tonight. Going for an arm bar now.
He's a tech arm bar now. There it is. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
There it is, so he taps out due to the arm bar tonight. High-level grappling work.
I mean, he had to tap. If he did not tap, this man is not opposed to snapping his arm.
Right.
Sometimes it's better to live to fight another day, but hats off to this fighter on a great submission victory.
All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, a man that needs no introduction, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and your winner tonight by way of spectacular submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre!
C'est bon. Outstanding performance out of the UFC middleweight champion, George St-Pierre, here tonight. Really hard to find anything that you would quantify as a glaring weakness when you watch this guy perform. And once again, GSP steals the show, closes the show here tonight. That is one hell of a fighter right there.